Oh. Oh. Wow, okay. Hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we're here with the Wayfinders, and it seems that Magpie has decided to set out. I just loaded into the game. It wasn't even about to start. I was gonna check my stats first, and it seems I've gotten an achievement for that as well. Well, let's go ahead. We'll make a save for Magpie. We'll continue as Aden. And where? I don't even see Magpie. Hang on. I didn't even get to get my bearings. Where did you go? Are you over this way? Oh, this way. All right. Where? Wait, don't go without saying goodbye. Get back here. We'll see if we can find. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Let's get the pups in the grass first, if we can. It is fall, so we gotta hurry. That's what I wanted to check. Okay, everybody's fine on food. Let's howl first, see if we can find our lost pup. Where did you go? We are on a new beta, by the way, so it is possible that there will be some issues. Hopefully not, but I'm sorry. Okay, why are you not howling back? I don't want to rally. I just want to know where my pup is. We may not get to say goodbye to Magpie at this rate. We might have to go looking once we head out to try to find food. Oh boy. That is kind of a concern. Oh, up here. All right, I see you. I see you. Why? Oh my goodness, you are just booking it away. Goodness, 6:05. What in the world? There's Magpie. Goodness, I was worried you were gonna leave without letting us give the chance to give you a send-off howl here. Apparently, she's pretty eager to set out on her own. She's even left as a yearling, which is not super common. Oh, now you lot howl back. I was trying to get the pups to howl when we were looking for our lost one. But if you're that determined to set out and make your own way, then I wish you luck with it. We'll keep an eye on Magpie and her journeys wherever they may take her, and we may see some of these pups again in the future, depending on what additional updates come out and what we need to explore for the first time. Of course, this is our Wayfinders pack, and so they tend to explore new updates to the game. So while Aden and Raven have been leading the pack and our legacy into the Saga update, and they led the pack into Anniversary Edition to begin with as well, our other pups may lead us into other new releases. So we know we have the Towerfall map coming up at some point, at the very least. I think there's at least, is Bighorn sheep? I think they're still on the table. There's a carcass over here. I think Bighorn sheep are still on the table. If so, we might want to have a Wayfinder check that out. Just all the different things that they still want to add to the game. And we'll have our pack here try to check those out. So we may see some of these pups again, and of course somebody will have to carry on the legacy itself as a whole. We'll just kind of see what the future holds from here. Here we go. Here's an elk herd. We should be able to get another hunt in here, or get another meal out of this, rather. We didn't do a hunt previously, but this should be more than enough food. So let's see if we can find a weak one. Who's actually hungry who's with us? Nobody's too badly off. We probably could go for a calf if we have a good opportunity, and it's a little bit easier in this season when we're not worrying about the young hunters. Oh yeah, we can check their health now. I always get so excited about having this power up, and then I forget that we actually have it, and then I don't use it, and that's kind of sad. Oops, who's gone down? Looks like Blueberry's already on her. That should be fine. We should be able to bring her down here, and that'll be a good meal. Fortunately, before everybody got tied up on the boulders here, because that's always kind of a tricky spot to hunt. That's the one downside with our territory being where it is. But this should serve as a good meal for the Wayfinders, and I think we will we'll bring this food back and probably see if we can rest. We're actually pretty tired from just finding that herd. Well, morning has dawned, and I'm a little scared. What in the world is going on here? I saw that achievement come in on Steam. Oh boy. No, Carpenter Lake still has no wolves related to us, but we now have 3 of the 4 packs that have our pups in them. And surprisingly, Meadow has become the pack leader of Lava Creek, which is pretty interesting. So they've kind of been quite the rival to us recently. Oh boy. That's gonna be a bit of a quandary for Aden. How long do we have left in growing pups? Not too much. Well, it seems like everyone is fussing at us to go get some food here, so we better head out and do that, but that could complicate the rival pack situation somewhat, that's for sure. I guess where do we even need to go? Probably south first. South-ish first? Probably. Oh, speaking of pups. Hello, Magpie. I guess you're still hanging out in this area. It's good to see you. I wonder if she knows what's going on with her sister. We just ate the rest of the carcass, and I sent some of the pups back, most of the ones who are at full food, to feed the other pups, because I would like to mark some territory. Oh, she's headed off on a quest of her own, it seems. But yeah, we just polished off that carcass. I definitely think Aden is still reeling from Meadow's decision there, though, because it's a little different than forming and establishing a new pack. Like, we've had conflicts with Lava Creek. I'm trying to remember how much she was involved with them in particular, because yeah, that's definitely an interesting set of circumstances, and it really makes me wonder what her experience with them was. What led her to this point. Maybe we'll find some of that out if we happen to encounter her again, but for now, we're at a lot more risk of encountering Carpenter Lake, and they are, I believe, the only one, yeah, that we don't have any connection to. Also, it looks like Glitch is still out there somewhere, which is always fun to see. Alright, I've tracked down the sage herd because I felt like we still needed a little bit of extra food here. We marked most of the territory. I may go back and try to snag that on the way home, but I wanted to make sure we got a hunt in before things got too late. Because while we did find some food, everybody's tired laying down watching this apparently. It wasn't quite enough to fill everybody up, and the pups are still a little bit hungry, so I think it's just going to be a little bit better if we do hunt really quickly before heading back. So hopefully we can get them on the run fairly soon, steer them back toward the rendezvous site. That will hopefully make things easier. One of them already fell, but I think we're gonna wait for a better opportunity here because we didn't get to the calf in time. Let's just see if anybody else stumbles here, and if we can seize the opportunity for an easy meal. There's the rendezvous site. If we can just get a fall pretty close to it, we should be good, although they might hit the rocks if we're not careful. Come on. Kind of been waiting around. Honestly, some of these guys have fallen, so it might be fine. Oh yeah, never mind. We can just go straight for you. I forgot that we can be checking them, but this should be fine. Look how little damage we're taking. Ow! Damage we're taking from the calf, at least from the mother, a fair bit. So I may try to distract if I can't. My stamina's bad. That's why I'm not holding on or able to bite back for very long. But Raven's handling the situation pretty well. We should be able to get her down. And there we go. We'll let the mother go. All right, that should be enough food for us to feed the pups, at least. Oh, well, apparently that was actually it. Okay then, so we finished, we've actually finished growing pups. I didn't realize we were so close. That makes things a little bit easier because we can just bring these guys right up the hill and let them eat. They're still a little bit hungry, but before we can really go out and go hunting, I think we're going to actually need to take a rest because, oh boy, we are very out of stamina right now. Well, yeah, we're out of stamina. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, things are happening quickly. It looks like Kota's also decided to disperse. Well, I guess we'll make a save and continue on. Kind of a bittersweet entrance into this season. Kota, come back here. Let me say goodbye. I was gonna say we'll have to rest first before we really head out, but I guess Kota decided that it's already time to forge his own path. I wonder where he'll go. Maybe he'll go see if he can find Kenai. Or maybe he'll set out completely on his own. Right now he's just headed into the boulder fields. Oh, it looks like he wanted to chase some of those mule deer. He certainly didn't waste any time heading off, but I think he must have wanted to get his own hunt in, so we'll let him do that. How is everybody doing on food? Let's actually head back to our carcass and see how much is left, because if we can get these guys full on food, then we should be able to rest and fill up our stamina as well. Things have been happening quickly this episode, that is for sure. Oh, and Kota's hanging out over there. Hopefully we'll continue to see him around. And, of course, our other pups, a lot of them are here on the map still. We have not quite all of the packs, only Carpenter Lake doesn't have one of our pups in it. Cascade is the leader of Pine Fork, Meadow has joined Lava Creek, and Aretha is, of course, part of Malin Creek. So we might actually see two. Theoretically, those packs should have pups now. There's actually an elk herd right over the hill. That's probably the one that we just... Yeah, that's probably the one from this hunt. Oh! Kota! He's really hunting! Oh my goodness. But yeah, I was gonna say, theoretically, Aretha and Cascade probably have pups now, so Aden may get to meet his grandpups. It just may not be the most friendly of meetings given the circumstances. We'll see. In any case, I'm going to let these guys eat, we'll rest, and then we'll finish off the episode with their first hunt. Of course, if you guys do have ideas for their names, this will be the final chance to send those in because we'll be giving them their names at the start of the next episode. Alright, well, we didn't get to sleep for all that long because, yep, some of the pups are very, very hungry. There wasn't actually enough on that carcass to feed everyone, so we're gonna have to make do with this little bit of energy and see if we can find some elk. Fortunately, I do already smell some, so hopefully they're not all that far away. It's just kind of hard to actually get by hunting hares. I was gonna try, but then all the wolves who didn't actually need it were the ones who were eating it, so I figured let's just sleep a little bit and do a proper hunt. That is the struggle of having a pack this size, though. It has its pros, but it definitely makes it harder to keep everybody fed, especially when you have this kind of sharp transition from growing pups into young hunters. But the Ponderosa herd isn't that far away, so let's go track them down and see if we can get a good meal. Oh boy, that could be a problem. I don't know if we're actually going to have the chance to go deal with that, because that looks like it is probably all the way on the other side of our territory. Yeah, we might just have to let that one slide. I think right now the most important thing is going to be finding food. The herd should be somewhere around here. We're pretty close, actually. There they are. We'll see if we end up getting close to that, but I don't know. I don't think we're going to have the energy for it. In any case, let's go see if we can startle these guys into running. Of course, that's going to be our best chance to have a clean hunt. And first hunt for, this is the fifth year, I think, of Wayfinders pups. Yeah, I think we're on year 5 here. Oh, Mulberry, be careful. Yeah, I think this is the 5th litter. I guess we can see how old Seneca is. 4. Yeah, so because first year is 0. 5 litters of pups. That is pretty crazy. I think unless I'm calculating that wrong. But even so, we have had quite a few litters already for this generation, and the next one is likely going to be Aiden's last, which is still very surreal. I know I keep saying that. It's just kind of wild to think about, you know, all the time that we've had his story in the works, especially all that time waiting for Saga. And now it's here, and that story is finally drawing to a close. But the herd's on the move. Let's see if we can find a good candidate to swarm here. Oh shoot, we're at the world border. Okay, yeah, that's the scary part about hunting over here. We'll see if we can steer him back in the direction of the Hex invasion, but I kind of have my doubts just with how far away it likely is. Alright, we're on the border of the territory by the look of it. We can go a little further this way. They'll stop a bit short, so that makes it a little bit easier to avoid getting kicked. But We gotta wait and see if we're gonna have a good opportunity. We might have to tire him out a little bit first. Oh, who's stopped here? It's a calf. I don't think we want to go for that. I think that's gonna be some trouble here. The problem is, for as much as we are wearing them out, we're wearing out in the process too. Oh, and we missed a spike that stumbled. That would have been a good opportunity. We are rapidly losing our wakefulness, so the stamina bar that we are enjoying right now, being very, very full, is not going to stay that way for very much longer. I just am trying to steer him kind of more in the direction that we want him to go. I don't think we're going to make it all the way over there, though. We'll just have to run back over there in the morning and see who was behind that attack. Oh, somebody's fallen. Let's see if we can get you down here. I should be testing the health as well. We've got that ability now, and I'm not using it, but it should be fine. This is a pretty weakened spike. He's still dealing some hefty chunks of damage when he kicks, though, but he's not going to stay up for very much longer. And, oh, goodness, 604 running in, boldly getting a bite, but also taking a kick to the face. And 606 and 605 jumping in as well. We'll let them finish off the kill. And there we have it, our first hunt with this litter. Wow, I'm pretty sure this is year 5. It's getting hard to track with how many litters we've had and how much the pack has grown. I think Aden is quite proud of them, though, and we should be able to eat our fill here. But with that, we'll go ahead and leave this episode off here for today. Yeah, we're gonna just have to rest and leave that Hex invasion to deal with another time. We are just too tired right now to go get ourselves involved in that with no stamina. We'll be completely out by the time we get over there. Of course, if you guys do have names in mind for these guys, this is the last chance to send those in because I will be choosing them before the next episode. And in the next episode, we'll be seeing what names these guys have. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.